Welcome, beloved souls, to this sacred journey where divine light illuminates our hearts. Chosen One, a vast network of thieves has been plotting to prevent you from enjoying your blessings while you've been working hard and leveling up. However, the cosmos just turned the tables on every one of them. Without you ever setting foot in a courtroom, the money that is properly yours is already being packaged and sent directly to your door. And everyone who attempted to deprive you of your energy, identity, or opportunity is going to have to work several jobs over the course of the next few years in order to repay the spiritual debt they owe you. While your blessings are being prepared and you are enjoying the multiplicity of your plenty, a network of opposition has been working tirelessly to obstruct your way. These barriers aren't arbitrary. This is deliberate meddling by those who know exactly what is going to happen to you and are fervently trying to stop it. What they fail to realize is that you have set up limits so solid that nothing can cross them without your express consent. While others continue to be mired in their own stale habits, you have learned to be flexible. As you keep changing and adjusting, they are essentially stuck in a frozen moment. This group considers you to be forbidden. There is something about you that they just can't get to, touch, or control. As a chosen one, this protection was ingrained in your spiritual DNA and wasn't anything you had to earn. All of their hostility stems from a single piece of information, which you are aware they fervently want stays secret. This is not always knowledge that you consciously possess or even information that you sort out. Sometimes, just by existing at a higher vibratory frequency, the truth becomes apparent to those who are selected. This secret relates to a person's private behavior, concealed shame, and meticulously maintained facade that isn't consistent with their true self. Perhaps it has to do with their sexual orientation, their socioeconomic status, their interpersonal ties, or their actual personality. Whatever it is, your very existence has made it harder for them to uphold this secret reality. The irony is astounding. All of the false narratives they have constructed about your life, character, and integrity, as well as the lies they have propagated about you, are now coming to pass. In that sense, the cosmos is humorous. Not only does what goes around come around, but it does so while sporting their name tag. You were naive and unaware of their plans while they were busy fabricating tales about your life. You were preoccupied with your own development, recovery, and metamorphosis. You were unaware that your very presence was causing such turmoil in their meticulously regulated universe. The one at the center of this believes that just by being who you are, you have somehow exposed them. They have persuaded themselves that you intentionally leaked their secrets. In actuality, though, truth tends to emerge naturally around those you choose, without any effort on your part. What began as a spiral of guilt for one individual has now expanded into something much more significant. Yellow heart if you feel the divine love. Now is the time to share. Click the super thank you button on YouTube to contribute $50 or more and help us spread God's blessings. What you do is being watched and serves as a seed, and in the future it will come back to you a millionfold. This campaign against you has enlisted members of your own family. To develop a thorough attack plan, they have contacted hackers, professional criminals, and spiritual practitioners. This is a coordinated campaign that spans several states and possibly nations, not just a collection of irate individuals. They established what can only be called a contemporary coven, disguising their operations as respectable companies and religious institutions. This network has been active with identity theft and spiritual attacks, but they made a critical error. They became avaricious and began embezzling government funds. They participated in extensive financial frauds, applied for bogus loans, and established fictitious companies, all of which inevitably led to government investigations. The entire operation has been monitored by the authorities. These crooks were unaware that many of the cash possibilities they took advantage of were actually well-thought-out traps. Authorities developed mechanisms that would inherently draw illegal activity because they needed a means of locating and prosecuting organized crime networks. Every fictitious company license, fraudulent loan application, and stolen identity claim has been recorded and its origin identified. In fact, the digital trail these individuals left behind while attempting to damage you has given law authorities a comprehensive picture of their criminal network. The extent of what they did to you has drawn particular attention to your case. They attempted to steal your entire essence, reputation, possibilities, and spiritual energy in addition to your identity and money. According to the authorities, your case qualifies for the deluxe package of criminal targeting. The reason for the activation of federal surveillance over your case is that you are now protected by the government as an organized crime victim, not because you are suspected of anything. They have been keeping an eye on everyone's interactions and actions in an effort to target you. The phase of gathering evidence has been outstanding. A paper trail discovered by private detectives demonstrates unequivocally the collaboration between your family members and professional crooks. The conspiracy against you is supported by digital communications, financial transactions, and recorded discussions. It has been revealed that a dishonest official who was meant to be handling your case fairly was really giving the network information about your legal status in an attempt to hurt you. Since then, they have lost their jobs and are being charged with crimes of their own. On a spiritual level, something incredible was taking place while all of this illegal activity was going on around you. Every attack they launched at you was being amplified and mirrored back to them. They were caught in cycles of growing turmoil and failure due to the feedback loop created by their own bad energy. You have been given a banned status by the universe, rendering you totally immune to their influence. They just can't connect with you on any meaningful level, no matter how hard they try or how much effort they put into their plans. Their vibration cannot reach you since you are in a protected environment. You're always changing while they're caught in the same destructive cycles because of your ability to be flexible and adaptive, while they're trapped in inflexible habits of fixation and retaliation. They repeatedly attempt the same strategies in the hopes of getting new outcomes. You are perfectly aligned with divine timing because of the sacred balance you have attained between action and rest, between effort and surrender. You are aware of when to engage and when to back off, when to move, and when to wait. They are unable to duplicate or comprehend this understanding. For everyone else to see, your spiritual fire has been burning so brightly that it really illuminates their gloom. Those who were first indifferent or unsure about the situation are now able to distinguish clearly who is acting with integrity and who is doing maliciously. Not only are you being cleansed, but all the spiritual trash that was thrown at you is also being washed away by the healing waters you are swimming in. Every curse, bound, and malicious intent is being broken and sent back to its originator, frequently with extra teachings included. For individuals who have endured hardships and come out on the other side with wisdom that others cannot see, the Obsidian Inner Order offers a haven. We are aware that some events fall outside the realm of what most people believe is appropriate or feasible to talk about. We get together live on Zoom once a week with real individuals with genuine faces telling real tales without bias. This place can accommodate the experiences you've kept to yourself, the patterns you've observed that others ignore, and the intuitive wisdom you've acquired along the way. We comprehend, not just listen. You can listen to our recorded conversations and remind yourself that your perception is legitimate when you're having trouble understanding your experiences and feel deceived by a society that doesn't accept your truth. Become a member of the Obsidian Inner Order, where your voice is heard and your reality respected. The entire network of those that targeted you has started to feel the death energy. Although certain health problems are starting to show, this isn't necessarily a physical death. Rather, it's the death of their plans, their relationships, their financial security, and their capacity to carry on as they have. People who can no longer afford their own housing are being forced to move abruptly. Some are living with family. Others are attempting to avoid the legal repercussions of their acts by completely fleeing the nation. The formerly cohesive group is now dispersed and in need. All around the network, subpoenas and warrants are being served. Official correspondence is being delivered to people's homes. They are being questioned in person, and their bank accounts are being tracked or frozen. With the help of the gathered evidence, the legal system is operating effectively. Dove, brother and sister, everything done in faith is returned in God's abundance. You can donate $100 using the Super Thank You button and be part of this divine call. If your roots are connected to Him, your fruit will be blessed. The foreign travels that were meant to grant them mystical control over your circumstances have turned out to be disastrous. After these journeys, a number of people came home with diseases, money losses, and legal issues. Spiritual catastrophe has been the outcome of their endeavors to obtain a spiritual edge. Convenience weddings that were meant to shield them from legal action are now causing further issues. Both spouses are scrutinized when one is the subject of an investigation. In fact, their legal vulnerability has doubled as a result of their attempt to share legal protection. Many members of the network are currently attempting to leave the group completely. They are coming to the realization that their involvement in this anti-you campaign has only caused them to experience difficulties in their life. They don't realize that you can't just return negative magic like a defective product. They want to avoid the spiritual and legal repercussions. Someone who has been infatuated with you for a lot longer than anyone thought is at the heart of this whole thing. This individual is driven by a strong desire to you that they have never been able to act upon or resolve. They are not driven by money or typical forms of retaliation, because they can't have you. This person has been observing you, imitating your mannerisms, figuring out what makes you unique, and eventually trying to become you. Their fixation has escalated to a degree well beyond just admiration or attraction. They have been constructing intricate imaginary worlds in which you would eventually come across them, desire them, or require them in some manner. Their fascination turned into a desire for vengeance when it became evident that you were totally indifferent and preoccupied with your own course. They always use comparisons to others as the focal point of their harmful relationship patterns. They intentionally incite confrontation in order to experience a strong reaction that evokes their affections for you, a tactic known as rage baiting. This individual struggles with desertion and is unable to function independently. They are constantly thinking about you, but they will attach themselves to anyone who can give them emotional support and physical necessities. Their primary obsession remains constant, even though they alter their demeanor to fit the person they are with. In addition to seeking retribution, they have been engaging in group activities against you since it allows them to maintain a connection to your energy. For them, even unfavorable attention is preferable to none at all. Their sentiments for you have become the core of who they are. Someone unexpected has been observing the entire thing while this network of obsessed people was busy trying to hurt you and destroy themselves. Someone who instinctively assumes a protective position when they witness injustice occurring. This individual exudes a fatherly aura. They have been privately appreciating your self-control during this entire adventure, particularly your ability to avoid every trap that was created for you. The network that was targeting you does not include them. In actuality, they are someone who was invited to take part, but purposefully declined. They refused to compromise their integrity for any amount of money or societal pressure, because they knew that what was being demanded of them was wrong. This individual has been recording proof of the plot against you. They are willing to give the information they have access to that the authorities require. They are aware that their testimony might be crucial to securing justice in your case. In a room full of liars, they have been acting as a warrior for the truth, because they stand for accountability and conscience in a group that was attempting to dodge both. Their presence in the network's social circle has been unsettling to others. The network as a whole is being impacted by their choice to stand up for what is right. Others are beginning to doubt their own involvement in your targeting. Some people are starting to see that they were tricked into taking part in something far more sinister than they initially thought. Now, several members of the network are attempting to contact you with apologies and confessions. By telling you about the voodoo dolls, the fictitious marriages, the hacking operations, and the concerted spiritual attacks against you. They want to allay their consciences. Some of these individuals truly regret their involvement. They have been given what can only be called a spiritual awakening, and they are appalled at what they permitted themselves to be a part of. They hope to help with the inquiry and make atonement. Others are attempting to confess because they are in danger of legal repercussions and believe that working with you may lessen those repercussions. They are only afraid of what is going to happen to them. They are not truly remorseful. One individual in particular, a father figure who has children, has been attempting to convey a significant aspect of a job offer they were given. They were asked to participate in hurting you, but they refused and left the circumstance before it might endanger them. The same individual is currently being investigated for identity theft connected to the larger network. Their affiliation with the gang has exposed them to unexpected judicial scrutiny, even if they were not directly involved in the attacks against you. Social media filtering practices are coming to light. Many members of your family and social network were deliberately censoring your content, reducing the amount of people who could see it, and attempting to keep others from learning about your achievement. They participated in a concerted attempt to make you feel alone and unfulfilled. The legal system has already decided how to handle your case. To get what is really yours, you won't have to go to court. You will receive the money that was taken from you, the possibilities that were lost, and the restitution for the hardships you went through. The judge has already concluded that the case is closed in your favor after considering the facts. There was no doubt about the verdict, since the amount of evidence against the network that targeted you was so overwhelming. In your case, justice merely depends on when the paperwork is completed, not if it will happen. A rich official is coming especially to provide the new contract reflecting your triumph. This individual stands for the judicial system's understanding that you were unfairly singled out, and that you merit not only compensation, but also praise for your ability to handle an unachievable circumstance. Clarification is being done on the estate concerns that the interference campaign obscured. Assets and property that are legally yours are being returned. Those who have the power to make those judgments are removing the artificially established legal impediments. The crooked alliance between network members and a court system official has been revealed and broken up. The impartial official who was actually providing information to your adversaries has been dismissed from office and replaced by an honest individual. The material parts of justice are handled by the legal system, but on a spiritual level, something much more potent is taking place. For the life power they tried to take, everyone who took part in the attack on you is now energetically obligated to you. Over the ensuing years, they will work several jobs, cope with mounting debt, and go through the same kind of fatigue they attempted to instill in you. Whether they are aware of it or not, their life force energy will be automatically shifted to support your aspirations and goals. To collect this debt, you won't need to do anything. Compared to any human court, the universe's accounting system is vastly more comprehensive. Increased ease and flow in your own life will be the price they pay for every moment of calm they attempted to take away from you. Because the gradual process of repaying their karmic debt seems more painful than a sudden encounter, some of these individuals will even desire you to take direct revenge. In order for them to feel as though their repercussions are coming to an end, they are hoping that you would interact with them. That relief is not anything you owe them. Making their repercussions easier to handle or quicker to settle is not your responsibility. For as long as it takes to bring the scales back into balance, they can now enjoy the natural outcomes of the decisions they made. The nice thing is that while others clean up their own mess, you can concentrate fully on your wealth. You don't have to oversee their development or deal with their repercussions. You only get to enjoy the rewards while they put in the effort. Both the cosmos and others who are aware of genuine power have taken note of your path through this spiritual conflict. You are about to enter a phase in which the public will recognize and honor your power, wisdom, and honesty. You're going to be recognized for more than just surviving what was thrown at you. It's about how you remain true to yourself, your spirituality, and your emphasis on personal development despite being targeted by those who ought to have been there for you. Around you, several opportunities are appearing at once. You will need to decide how to organize your new degree of success, which partnerships to accept, and which paths to follow. You will be completely guided by your judgment, and these are fantastic difficulties to have. Your standing in society is changing. People who were previously unaware of your tale are now learning about your experiences and how you manage them. Doors that were previously closed are opening for you because of your reputation for honesty and spiritual fortitude. More than just legal resolution is represented by the affluent person providing your new contract. They stand for the universe's recognition that, after everything you've been through, you deserve to be uplifted, supported, and protected. Few people ever accomplish the metamorphosis you finished. Legal authorities and divine powers are now protecting you instead of an organized network of criminals and spiritual enemies. You've transitioned from defense to triumph. The people who used to have access to your life, your energy, and your attention can never again function at that level because of the banned position you now possess. They can only observe from a distance while your life grows in ways they never thought conceivable, since they are eternally barred from your new world. You are now completely immune spiritually. Some of the strongest negative energy that can be aimed at a person has put you to the test, and you have not only survived, but flourished. The foundation you've established via this experience will be impervious to any future challenges. The abundance that enters your life is a recognition of who you have become as a result of overcoming such concerted spiritual combat, not merely restitution for what you have lost. Most people never have the kind of widespread support that you have gained. Glowing star, if you want to witness God's miracles, act now. Contribute $100 or more through Super Thank You on YouTube. Your offering is like a seed that comes back to you when planted. Let His light illuminate your steps. Every donation is an echo in His plan. Other selected individuals who are dealing with comparable difficulties are finding inspiration in your tale. Your experience demonstrates that despite coordinated opposition from all directions, it is possible to retain integrity, spiritual connection, and to focus on personal development. Remember that hurry originates from lower vibrations when you enter this new stage of your life. Divine timing follows a different timetable than human urgency. And the reason you prevailed in this circumstance was your patience with global time. People that seek to push you into partnerships, decisions, or chances will still approach you. Someone who doesn't appreciate your need to take your time and consider things carefully isn't functioning at the same level of awareness that you have attained. This experience has refined your inner awareness to a fine point. When something or someone isn't in line with your highest good, you'll be able to tell right away. Even if you are unable to rationally articulate why something feels off, you should still fully trust your intuition. Support from professionals will be crucial while you adjust to your newfound success and prominence. Never be afraid to seek advice from attorneys, financial advisors, and other professionals who can assist you in handling the day-to-day challenges of your heightened circumstance. It's starting to become clear why you were selected for such rigorous examination. You weren't singled out at random. Rather, it was because of something unique about you that other people noticed before you did. You are now entering the entirety of that uniqueness. Instead of pushing or hurrying any results, let the wonderful things come to you organically. Now your energy field is set up to draw just what you need to achieve your greatest goal. You shouldn't have anything that needs to be obtained by coercion or force. Keep in mind that the same people who have previously attempted to destroy you are the ones who are pressuring you to make snap decisions or lower your standards. You are no longer vulnerable to these strategies because you have learned to identify them. Those who truly deserve access to your new reality will treat you with patience, respect, and an appreciation of your worth. They won't put you under pressure to impress them or try to hurry you. As a chosen one, you have reached the most difficult stage of your journey, the end of the spiritual battle phase and the start of the abundance phase. From now on, Everything revolves around obtaining, building, and relishing the life you have merited by your tenacity and moral character. Your metamorphosis is over. From this point on, you are functioning from a position of power, defense, and divine favor that no outside force can contest or lessen. With the help of both heavenly and worldly resources, you are genuinely free to design the life you want. The cosmos is on your side in ways that will keep you astonished and delighted. The strength of choosing integrity over retaliation, patience over haste, and spiritual development over spiritual conflict is demonstrated by your narrative. You have been selected,